Hey, hey everyone. It is Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures. Ooh, let's see if I can get my headphones in. I don't think that's going to work because it keeps connecting to my computer, not to my phone. So hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So good that you are joining me here for Friday night. We are working on Enablers Outpost from Irma Van Human, and it's called Cute Pink Elephant. I just named it The Elephant. So we will see how that goes. I don't know how long I'm going to be on live tonight. It depends on how much you guys interact with me, what you want to talk about, because we are going out of town for a couple days. I still need to pack. I need to shower. I need to pack for little man. I need to give him a little bath. So, and it's, 9 o'clock already. So we will see. Depends on how long you guys want to stay. So I have two cameras up here. Oops, wrong way. Up here is the actual picture. And then down here, look, I'm waving at myself. Hello. Happy salmon. Happy salmon. Yes, so I'm so excited that this is turning out beautiful. Absolutely love it. Fantastic pinks. The camera is not picking up how beautiful it actually is. It's gorgeous, and it's a lot lighter pink than it looks on camera. All right, well, let's see who is here. Mutt Nuts, so good to see you. Hey, Robin, I'm glad you made it. Dawn, good to see you. Tammy is in the house. Kathy, welcome, welcome. So glad that you are here. Jeannie, yes, you made it. Hey, Lynn, I'm so glad that you made it. I missed you, girl. I hope you are doing well. Cat's Gallery, so good to see you. Emma, welcome. Karina, I've missed you as well. I hope tonight is going great for you. Yes, and I will continue to welcome, hey, Mom and Dad. That's who we're going to go see tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. So fun. All right, so I've got my drink here because if you've been following me, I have this throat issue. I'm going to go be seeing the ENT, ear, nose, and throat specialist, June 15th. But until then, I'm constantly having to drink water and soda because the carbonation cuts through what's happening in my throat, and cough drops, allergy meds, anything to keep me standing. So apologize for continuing drinking, but it is what it is, right? Right. All right, so I said that the canvas is from Enablers Outpost. I am using this beautiful Flower Girl blank pen that was hand carved. That's not the right word, but it was done by Enablers Outpost as well. I am using release papers, Doctor Who from craftswithcrashly.com. I am using sparklers. This is the fuchsia ones. I'm going to see there. And I am using ABs as well. More sparklers over here. I'm also using my art dot container to keep me happy. Sparklers are from DP with Sparklers and with diamond painting drills as well. I'm also using my tray from Nick's Notions. It's the shrimp boat. So go check her out on Etsy. So one of the things I talked about is I put in here, don't know if you can see it, some ABs mixed with the normal drills, just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. Hey, Cece Angel, so glad that you're here. Jeannie, you're dealing with some ick and allergies are draining constantly. I am so sorry. I hear you there. I hear you there. All right. Oops. No. Don't put those down. I have decided on this one, it's round and it's smaller, that I am using what they call a metal ruler. Don't know if you can, whoops, see that? And hey, Robin, good to see you. Welcome. Because I just wanted it super straight, and it was small enough and had enough color blocking that I thought I could manage. Jen M, welcome. So good to see you. Happy Friday, Sarah. Welcome in the house. Glad that you're here. Yes, so I have been, oh, I just had a random sparkler flying around. We'll just put that over there. Use it in a few minutes. All right, so let's get to task. I would love to know what you guys are working on. Is it round or square? Is it a different craft that you're working on? Is it a different relaxation, like puzzles or reading? Or what are you doing to help yourself have fun and relax tonight? Jeannie says, love that. I use the rulers for my round kits. My OCD goes nuts when it's not perfect. I don't know. I just really liked it. And I was taking some close-up shots for Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, my tag is at DP_addiction_adventures. It's also in the link down below. Go check it out. I've been posting on Instagram my progress on this photo. I've also been posting what we're doing up and coming. So I'm super excited with how Instagram's coming. I do need to do like an Instagram tutorial or figure it out because I want to do like stories. I know there's a way you can do some links besides the bio link and the link tree, different things like that. So I need to kind of have like a social media how-to and get that down pat. We'll see how that goes. I just haven't had the time yet because little man is being little man. I will give you an update while you guys are putting in chat what you're working on. We're going to look at some of those things in a minute, so keep putting that in. Little man is doing slightly better in the sleep category. He now is taking about an hour to an hour and a half to go down instead of 2 to 3 hours. And then when he does wake up, it's usually twice a night. And he's able to get his bottle, and then he usually goes right back down within 5 minutes after he finishes his bottle. So instead of getting, an hour here, an hour there, an hour here, an hour there, I'm now getting 2 to 3 hours at a time, and we're getting there. There's hope. There is hope. Let me see if I have it here on the computer. Again, keep putting in what mom and dad, you'll want to be around for this. I am going to share. Let me see if I can. Whoops. All right. I'm going to share something else with you guys. This was, oh, come on. It's open. It's right here. It's a window. Oh, I know what it is. I need to take down the elephant, which I did, and then try to put something else up. But it's not showing me. Cancel. Okay, I'm going to close out of that. All right. I think I have to open. No, I don't want to do that. Oh my goodness. Seriously? Seriously. All right. So are you guys ready to see little man? Raise your hand if you're ready. Today at daycare, they always go outside every day. And it was 80 degrees today. And he loves the swing that like hangs from the tree that goes back and forth. And so we always talk about like how he got to swing and how he loved playing outside. Well, our daycare provider, mom and dad, if you're ready, I want to show you this. Are you guys ready? You guys ready? Isn't he adorable? Isn't he adorable? All right, I'm going to make it full screen. Oh, he's so cute. He got to ride in the car today. Yep, and he was all like beeping and waving. He thought he was hot stuff today. Hot stuff. He got to ride in the car. So that was his day today. Oh, he just thinks he's hot potatoes. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see if I can open this and go back to stop sharing, then reshare this. There we go. There we go. Yes, he and my husband picked him up today and he's like, yeah, I walked in. When you walk in, she has a child gate and you're not really supposed to go past the child gate just to make sure all the kids are protected. But when you walk into the doorway, it goes right into her kitchen. So you sit there and look into the kitchen, and then it goes into the dining room, and then it goes off the back porch. And it's all like wood floors, all open. There's nothing on the floor. The kids all run to the child gate and they're like, baby Jude's daddy's here. Baby Jude's mama's here. And sometimes they leave off the Jude part. So they're like, baby mama here. Baby dada here. It's like so funny, because they're like 2-3 years old. And I guess little man was sitting there playing with the police car. He's just sitting there and he didn't want to leave. He's like, no, Dad, I'm playing with this police car. I'm not leaving. Go away. Where our daughter, every time we showed up, she would like run to us or crawl to us or be like, yeah, I'm ready to get out of here. Yeah, he's like, nope, I'm playing with the police car. Go away. Oh, yes. So that's how his week ended. All right. So let's see what you guys are working on. We're going to go back. We're going to see. All right. So Robin loves reading. She's finishing a jigsaw puzzle that has got her stuck. You've got about 100 pieces left. I've got to see that when you're done, Robin. I want to see what puzzle has got you stuck. Working on Portal Magic, Doctor Strange by DAC. I love Doctor Strange. Robin says for reading, she's been going through her backlog of Amish fiction. Oh, that sounds like my grandmother would like that. Not that your grandmother. My grandmother likes historical fiction. That's why I asked. Jeannie is doing DAC Butterfly Sin. I'm about halfway and absolutely love the outcome so far. Muttnut says, I'm not working on anything, playing the Wii and texting with someone very special. Aww. Jadem says, I'm still working on Hazel's World for the Dakota-thon in Phoenix Fantasy. Awesome, Jen. Tammy says she's working on her Sophia Wall Honeysuckle. CC Angel says she's working on Butterfly Blossom by DAC. It's round, and the new rounds are so sparkly. Mrs. Nikki, welcome. Blooming Rose by Crystal Canvas Art Design. I love Crystal Canvas Art Design. That's what's right here. Love that. Dawn is working on Gazebo by the Sea. Jen says she's so glad you're seeing light at the end of the tunnel. Sleep training is tough. Don't forget how tough. Thank you. Everyone's waving their hands because they wanted to see cute patootie. Yes, Len Carr, he was big stuff. He's like, I'm the bomb.com. Hey, Rebecca. I was listening to you today as I was running errands. I left work about, I think it was like 1:30. I had to go pick up my underwear. Okay, here's the story. There was a sale, and I have not purchased underwear for quite some time. And after the pregnancy, I was like, I need new underwear. So there was a sale. And I am so cheap that I decided instead of paying the $8.50 to get it shipped to my house, I had it shipped to the store. And there used to be a store right where we always are. It's the same distance, both stores, but one store is like where we're always at, and the other store is on the other side of town. And but the store close to us, I don't know if they shut down. I don't know if they don't have deliveries to the store. I have no idea, and I don't have time to figure it out. So I had it shipped to the one like 20 minutes away, and I was like, at some point in 2 weeks, I've got to go out there, right? Because it's technically in town. It's only 20 minutes away, where it's soccer all over town. I'm like, there's got to be a time. Well, I get this email saying that it came, and I'm like, okay, I got to go pick it up. I got to go pick it up. Got to go pick it up. Then I get this email and text saying, if you don't pick it up by the 26th, it's being shipped back. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I tried to get out there Wednesday, but things blew up at work. I tried to get out there yesterday during my lunch. Things blew up at work. Then I went to go out today because I was done by noon with clients. So by 1:15, 1:30, I told my boss, I was like, hey, I'm heading to run an errand. Then I'm going to go home and I'm going to watch this training that I have to do. And just haven't had time, but I'll be online then in case anything comes up. She's like, great. So I go on my errand. I pick up some lunch on the way to the errand and then go in. Of course I go in and I find a shirt I like. I needed some yoga pants because during the pregnancy, I wore my yoga pants out because that's what I wore instead of maternity pants, because somebody my size, it's really hard to find maternity pants. And so these yoga pants worked really well, but I wore them out because I wore the same 3 pairs of pants every single day for 9 months. And so, yeah, I went in, picked up a shirt and some yoga pants. The whole store was 50% off. So that was great. The next store was a Carter's store. So I went in there to see if I could find anything for little man. They didn't have anything that, like, everything I wanted, they didn't have in 9-month clothes. Right now he's in 6 to 9 month clothes. And well, actually he's in 6-month clothes. 9 months is a little big on him, but 6 months is a little small on him. So I was looking for 9-month like shorts or shirts, like with short sleeves, things like that. Went and stopped at this cake place by a little tiny cake. It's called Nothing Bundt Cakes. So it's cute little buntlet cake for my husband and I to share once I got home. And then I had been out. This is why I don't go out on my lunch. I'm like, screw this. I don't want to go back to work. So I let my boss know I had like lots of ETO and our PTO, and our PTO is disappearing this weekend because they're transitioning to a different way of recording time off. And so I'm like, I have a week and a half of PTO that's just going to be gone tomorrow. Like, gone. So can I use 3 hours of it? And she's like, yeah, go, have fun, enjoy the weather. Well, I ended up taking a really long nap. It felt so good. Felt so good. Yes. So that was my Friday. That was my Friday. See what else? Hey, Tijuana, good to see you. Emma is going to Diamond Paint Crafty Gnomes. Welcome garden. Yay. Dawn, thank you. Yes, he does have a really great smile. Brenda, you found my live. Yay. Welcome, welcome. And Brenda is almost done with Hugs for Hiccup. Yay. But Rebecca, what I was going to say is, as I was driving around doing my errands and all this kind of stuff, I was listening to the crimes that you cover, the trials, and I'm almost caught up with the lawyer. I think there's one more. I think the next thing is Verdict Watch. I think we just ended defense rests his case, or maybe you have like closing arguments and then turn over to the jury. I don't know. I have to figure it out. But I'm catching up. I'm catching up. Yeah. Well, the training's recorded. So what it was is there's a specialty that I am in therapy. And they had a virtual summit last month in April. And I attended Friday, and I attempted to attend Saturday because that was when we had that Saturday tournament for my daughter, and there was no internet. And so I've been trying to catch up on that 8 hours of training here and there, and that's what it was. So I have until mid-July before the link closes. So that's what it was. Yes, that's where we're at. So I've done a little bit of laundry. Got to pack a few things. Make sure everybody's okay. Kawa Crafts, good to see you. So yes, Rebecca, instead of listening to the training, I listened to your show. Is that okay? Do I get in trouble for doing that? Hey, Jenny, good to see you. Yes, the crime is more important. You're right. I gotta have me some Rebecca. And I did catch up and watch the Great Escape announcement and signed up for that. Yes. All right. So if you saw the what do you call it? The thumbnail, the word left me. I wanted to talk about just for a few minutes. Tonight's like a very big chit chat night, but I just want to talk a little bit about what to do when you feel overwhelmed, because we're doing this hashtag I am enough 2023, and we're going through things like depression, anxiety, shame, fear, addictions, different things like that. So as a therapist, a trauma and grief specialized therapist, I just thought it was something, and grief is one of them too, that we could talk about. And the reason I picked kind of this overwhelming feeling, even though it falls under anxiety and depression and PTSD and some of the other things, is I've just been feeling overwhelmed lately. And I was talking to some of my sisters, and I think we talked about this last week on the live, of just feeling like I'm failing because everything is overwhelming. And overwhelming can be many different things. It could be because you're exhausted, you don't have the resources to handle the stress that is coming at you. And I talk a lot about this with my clients because I can't fix their problems. Some of my clients are torture survivors. They are separated from their families. Their families are overseas and in the middle of wars and just different things like that. And I can't fix it. I can't say, I'm going to get on a plane, I'm going to fly over, and I'm going to grab your husband, bring him back, and you guys will be reunited. Like, I can't do that. And so they look at me and they're like, then what can you do? Like, like if you can't fix that, like that's where everything centers on. And I sit there and I go, yes and no. Like, yes, that person is your support system. That is a stress point. But there's also other things that we can work on, not to fix the situation like we've talked about, but to give you space to be able to hold the stress and hold the grief and hold the depression and hold the frustration and hold the anger. Because if we're empty and we're flat, we don't have that space. And that's when that overwhelmingness comes, because it's like going from 0 to 60. You don't have the ability to slowly ramp up. And so how do we provide that for each other? We've talked about that through self-care. Like if you go back and watch the self-care episode, we talked about how that helps fill our cup, that helps give us strength, give us courage, give us space. But there's also things like grabbing onto somebody and talking to them and getting some of that frustration out. It's also learning about your triggers so that if you are triggered by something, or if something does scare you or something does anger you, how can you not avoid it, but how can you process through it? Just a minute, I need some more water before I go into coughing hack. So I was processing being overwhelmed, and I'm sitting here going, I have the same amount of stuff on my plate as I've always had. Why does it feel like more? And so I was working through, it's because I'm exhausted. It's because I have not slept in over a year. Like I didn't sleep well through the pregnancy. I haven't slept well since my son's been born. And I'm the type of person who needs like a solid 9, almost 10 hours of sleep. And I felt, oh, yay, it's finished, Robin. Yay. I just kind of felt like a failure. And then by feeling like a failure, everything that came at me that I didn't have energy to do or the focus to do, and then that moved into, am I being depressed? Am I not depressed? Am I anxious? Avoiding emails, like just all of these things. And I realized what I needed to do is be honest with self and honest with people around me. So when people started asking me questions, even though I sound like a broken record, I was being honest. I'm sorry, right now is a difficult time for me. I can't get to that right now. And hey, April, good to see you. And so I had to just accept that I was at where I was at with my life and work on not judging myself. And when I worked on not judging myself, that sense of being overwhelmed started to decrease. Hey, Billy, welcome. Because the overwhelming feeling is like a pile of stuff that you have to do, right? Laundry. The pile gets bigger and bigger and stinkier. And the more you avoid it, the more it feels like it's just sitting there. Well, let's not avoid it. Let's just say the laundry is there, but I can't get to it. And that's okay. The dishes are there. I can't get to it, but that's okay. I'm more important. I'm going to go rest. I'm going to go pick my feet up. I'm going to go hug my daughter. I'm going to go talk to my friend. I'm going to go sleep. Like it's okay. By acknowledging something is there, by acknowledging that you're making a decision not to address it instead of avoiding it, there's something about that mindset. The more you do it, the more that overwhelming feeling comes down. Now, for those of us who like everything neat and orderly and can't live in chaos, that's a different night, different session. That's with anxiety and different things like that. This is more, things are piling up, you feel inadequate, you feel overwhelmed, you feel like you can't get to it. And so I just encourage you, if you're in your life, you're feeling like what's the word? You can't do it. You just can't do it. That's okay. So let's acknowledge this is in front of me. This is here. This is how I'm going to respond to it, and that's okay. You can also ask for help. You can also be honest with other people. You can also, seek out a therapist to help you prioritize. That is another key if you have priorities in your life. So, for instance, laundry might not be a priority, but maybe doing the dishes is. And so when you do the dishes and you have a cleaner kitchen, you feel better. Maybe it's I only have energy to deal with work right now. And so I'm going to deal with work and I'm going to pause over in this area of my life. I would not stick with work all the time. I would definitely switch and make sure you're self-caring. Otherwise, work will be the death of you, for sure. I know by prioritizing, I feel like I have some control when my world feels like I have no control. So if I prioritize what I can and cannot do, that can be very helpful. But the key is not to avoid. The more you avoid, the more you say, oh, I'm just going to ignore it, the more it's going to come knocking at your door and go, hello, I'm here. Address me. Talk to me. Be here. But if you address it and you say, I'm choosing to act this way, you will notice a difference. It won't fix it, but it'll give you space to not feel as overwhelmed. Has anyone tried this? Has anyone seen a change when they do this? Hey, Dreamer. Yep. Dreamer says, yeah, so true. So true. So an example was, it was my nephew's graduation last night, and I was feeling horrible. Like I had a headache. My nose was running from allergies. My throat was hurting. I had been coughing all day. I couldn't stop. I hadn't slept. My body was aching. And I'm just like, I love my nephew. He's like a son to me. And missing his graduation was extremely hard. But I have been there for him every step of his life. The graduation was streamed online. Our son, right at 7:30, likes to get cranky, and at 9 o'clock, he likes to get cranky. And graduation was starting at 7, and I'm like, we would not be able to handle him screaming in the middle of graduation because we're maxed out. It's yelling and screaming right now. And so I processed with my husband and I said, look, like, how would you feel if I stayed home with Jude, if I streamed it on the TV? You can keep me up to date through the phone. Hey, Chantel. How would you feel? And the minute like I released that to him and he was there to support me and said, you know yourself best. I'm here to support you. Let me know what you need. He also said, are you sure you want to keep little man or I can take him with me? And I was like, no, I'll keep him, because to me that I felt like I helped everybody, myself and our son and my husband and daughter. We all were able to have a better night. I was able to get rest. So it just being able to make that choice and not feeling shame for it and not feeling guilt and knowing that the people in my life cared, that really helped me. And I was able to enjoy the night. I was able to be there. And so that's what happened. Dreamer says, if I ignore something, it bothered me, I have to meet it head on. Exactly. Jeannie says, I couldn't agree more. I wish it were as simple as hiring a babysitter. Like, we already pay for daycare for like 45 hours a week. We We do have people that help us from time to time, but I can't hire a babysitter every night at 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's where we're at. Okay. Moving to a different tray. This is from Archer's Arts. They're having a 25% off sale that I just saw, and they have a beautiful new color. I need to go get the color. I think it's called Sunset. So I need to go get it before they sell out. All right, I need X's, which is 603. Oh, for graduation? Yeah, we weren't thinking. We're so exhausted, and we don't really have connections to many babysitters right now. So basically, rewriting the dialogue is necessary at all times. Yes. Yes. Brenda said, that's great. I'm glad that worked out for you, and I'm meaning that. Oh, thank you, Brenda. Yes, Robin, you hit the nail on the head. We reframe what we say. We rewrite what we say. We're constantly looking at how is our internal voice navigating our life. Is it positive? Is it negative? If it's negative, it doesn't mean it's wrong. We do not want to judge the negative. We just want to help the negative feel heard. And we want to reframe so the negative feels supported. And in doing that, the positive has space to grow. So that's my little soapbox encouragement for tonight on feeling overwhelmed. So hopefully that will help you in the future. You are not alone, and overwhelming can be scary. It can be exhausting. It can be lonely, but it doesn't have to be. We are in control, and sometimes we lie to ourselves. No, I'm not in control. Life is overwhelming. Da 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 da. And it's all in how we perceive life. So yes. I'm not saying we don't have negative feelings. I'm not saying when the roof caves in and the washer and dryer go out and the stove explodes and you lose your job and you break your foot and all of that, that you can't sit there and have a spastic cry breakdown. That's not what I'm saying at all. Do not want to take lightly life and its circumstances. But what I am saying is when we feel overwhelmed, how do we give ourselves space to work through those feelings? Okay. Well, I am so excited for this little guy to keep making its way to being done, I have to figure out what I'm going to do for June. I know July, I have to figure out something for the Great Escape. For June, I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I have some new diamond paintings that have come in that I'm anxious to work on, but I also have some oldies but goodies that I'm looking forward to working on as well. So I don't know. How do you guys choose your craft projects? How do you choose? Like, do you just see something and do it? Do you go, oh, there's an event happening, I need to do that? I don't know. It's so hard for me to choose what I want to do next. Most of the time for me, it has to do with the color palette. Ooh, June. Yvonne, June is Craftedly month. Yay! I've got several. You know what? I have the Lighthouse one that I started when my hands were really bothering me. And I never finished it. Maybe I should do that. I'll have to think about it. I used to do 2 at a time. I used to do a round and a square, but that was before the pregnancy. Now I barely have time to do one, and I don't have anywhere to rotate the square and the round out now that I have this little guy. Hey, diamonds around you. Good to see you. Yes, Robin, like giving yourself grace. Exactly. Robin, you should come on some night. You have such good words of wisdom. Tammy says by the events she wants to do. Jen says, I look to see if an event is coming up and that I have a painting to do. How do I choose my next project? Well, I use depending on the time of the year. Yep. It's all about the mood for me. So I might have 3 or 4 different crafts started and just rotate through depending on how I feel. Events help me kit too. And then if I have more than one that fits, go with the color and the mood. Yeah, so I'm a green aqua girl, but this guy was just too cute. I love elephants, so I got him and I'm doing him. So I have to pick the Great Escape event. I got to go into my stash and see what's going on. And then I have to pick out something for June. It sounds like it'll be a Craftably though, as far as that's concerned. And I also like to rotate companies. So if like this is an Enablers Outpost, and then, Craftably maybe, and then I haven't done a crystal canvas art in a while. That would be fun to do. And then there's Mary's Diamonds just came out. Then there's Diamond Art Club. And there's Dreamer Designs. And then there's, who else am I forgetting that's out there? I have a Sherry Baldy one that I can do. I have trying to think what else. The Treasure Studios art. Yeah. I like them all. Oh, thank you, Vivian. Monta says she picks hers by the event she's doing. No events, depends on mood at that point. Yvonne says next month is also Pride Month. And Yvonne is doing Trapper Do from Rose Profit. Diamonds are on you, shops your closet. Yep. Robin says not just the project for choosing the next craft. Like I'm working on a huge diamond painting right now, but I keep puzzles and then I have cross stitch whips. I know, Robin. All the things. All the things. And then you have some grandbabies in there too. Play with. Spice it up a little bit. Tammy says June will be my whipped month as family vacation and I will have a granddaughter all month. Ah, yep. I hear you there. I would have gotten this done much faster if I wasn't using the ruler, but I'm pretty satisfied with how it's turning out with the ruler. I will say that. I won't get a lot done this weekend, probably 0, because we are going to Ohio. But hey, I love the fact that I will get to spend time with family and grandparents. Will get to see grandchildren, especially my grandmother. She'll get to see little man and how much he's grown since she's been here last. I don't know. Dad, how old is she turning? I keep thinking 93, but then I want to say 92. My grandmother is amazing. Yes. Diamonds Around You says, I'm working on 2 DP for 2 different events. Which ones? Robin says, plus all the reading, book reviews, blogging, and videos. Right, Robin? 92. Okay, thanks, Dad. I was making her a year older than she was. Don't tell her I did that. I'm almost done with these X's. These X's. Why don't they have X's and O's together, right? Hugs and kisses. Where did that come from? X and O's being hugs and kisses. I would like to know that. If somebody wants to ask Siri or Google or Alexa, let me know. Why does X mean kisses and O mean hugs? I'd really like to know. I know she doesn't know I'm coming. I'm not telling her anything. I promise. And she was saying she's having a hard time connecting to YouTube, so I don't think she's going to hear this until after we're down there. So hopefully we're safe. Of course, this will be the first time she actually logs on, and then I'm wrong. Diamonds Around You says the year of SIPS 2023 and Magic Dreams. Okay, U is 602. That's 604. There's 602. All right, so we're going to do some U's here. We're going to see how the U's go. U's do. I'm waiting for chat to see if anybody has found out where the X and O's come from. I know there's a lot of people out there. That's something you can Google. There's some things I say that you do not want to Google. But this, I think, is safe. Knock on wood. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I was sitting here going, okay, is X because don't come kiss me? I don't know. Jen, is your daughter out of school for the summer? Not yet. She still has, it's supposed to be whips. Brenda says, well, I hope someone else's Alexa is smarter than mine. What happened, Brenda? Inquiring minds need to know. Did she go? I don't know. That's funny. That's too funny. She's probably like, you broke me. I have no idea. You broke me. I would look it up myself, but my phone is being the pink elephant right now. Let's see here. No, so my daughter is in school next week, Tuesday through Friday, and then she has Monday and Tuesday the following week for exams. All right, Robin says, theories on the X and O are all wrong, and it's the X that means hugs, mimicking two people embracing, and the O appears to be a mouth puckered for a kiss. Hence why it's hugs and kisses. Oh, so I've been getting it backwards the whole time. Well, thank you, Robin. Vivian says, you type something and when you send it, you see it completely different. Yep. Exactly. All right, there's one more U here. There. Oh, here's another U. Any more? Going once, going twice. Okay, we are closing down the U's here. Closing down the U's. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to finish a few minutes early so I can go finish my laundry, get some things packed. But thank you so much for coming. I'm going to probably do one last hurrah for the hashtag I am enough. And then I might do periodically some throughout the rest of the year from time to time, do some spot series things, but I am ready to dive into some new things as well. So I love you all, and I am so glad that you're here. And oh, Brenda, real quick before we go, Brenda says she lets me know that X means kisses and O's means hugs. Well, Robin told us it was different, so Alexa needs to go back to school. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I love you all. You take care, and Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for coming, and I will see you guys next week. Bye-bye.